So you want to start a YouTube channel, or you have a YouTube channel and you want to get some traction. Well, stick with me and I'll show you some tips, tricks, and hidden secrets of YouTube. Some screen-on-screen recording software. This one is OBS. It's a free download, and basically you can't see everything the way you're watching it right now, but once you click on, because I'm going to be going through the things that I need, I'm going to put myself in the middle and the top because your image is going to cover some of the information. So now that I'm here, we're going to get to step number one when you are making YouTube videos. Okay, is you got to start an account, right? So here is my account. You got to start a Google account. Pick out your name of your channel. Think of what interests you, and in my case it's I Know However, and that's what my channel name is. And once you get started, you can create. But the very first thing, and I would say most important thing that you have to understand is there are about 120 million YouTube viewers a day. And they swipe, on average, you're not going to believe this, but it's 400 plus times they swipe or scroll in a day. So you got potential 4.5 trillion chances to catch somebody's attention. And the number one way, right, is thumbnail. Now, going back in time, thumbnails were first invented about a couple 100,000 years ago, right? They're written on caveman walls, you know, the cave wall paintings. That's the original thumbnail. And then over time it progressed with the printing press. If you look at older books before the printing press, the book covers were very plain because it cost a lot of money and a lot of effort to do. But then with the printing press, you started to get the first thumbnails. You know, never judge a book by its cover. Well, that's a thumbnail. So creating your thumbnail is the most important thing you're going to do. Okay, you think your idea is important? Your idea is not important if nobody watches. So I was using Photopea, right, which is this free software, and we'll go through it in a second. And then I discovered the AI beauty of Nano Banana. Unfortunately, I am stuck because there's a certain amount of images you can generate in a day, and it keeps telling me that I gotta wait for tomorrow, and it's been 4 days now, so I can't show you anything on Nano Banana because it's driving me coconuts and bananas. But we'll go over to Photopea, right? So this is the basic layout of a thumbnail. You go over here, file, create a new file, but you got to understand that software, if it's free, it's limited. So I only have 20 minutes of recording time. So I pre-did it and I went, okay, this is my background, right? Start to finish, it's a race, right? So how do I get those images? Over here, I type in free images of a race, start to finish, and boom. But be careful, because see this one here and this one? Look at that, licensable. Even though it says free image, this is not free, that is free. This is free, that is not free, licensable, right? So once I've got the image that I want and it's free, I bring it into basically my file folder. I've got cues here,
right? So if I go over here to cues, I go down to where I want to keep my YouTube, everything you need to know from start to finish. And you can see I have my free image and then my YouTube free image. And we'll go back to Photopea. And now I have my free image and I want to modify it. So here's my free logo, YouTube, right? You got to think of what you want to say, how you want to say it, and everything you need to know. So that's my thumbnail. If Nano Banana was actually working for me, but remember it's free, it would be a lot better, but this is okay. So then you just go to File and you want to export as a JPEG file, right? Once you export as a JPEG file, you can then drop it from your downloads, right, into your either main Q file or your YouTube everything file, right? So let's go back to here. So now I have a thumbnail that I think is going to stop the world, and I have my original idea. So another free download. Don't think you're smarter than AI. You're not. I'm not. Nobody is. Right? So I go to ChatGPT and I say, okay, and I've already exceeded. I see you've hit your limit because it's a free plan. Okay, all right, already. I know I hit my limit, but I got enough in where I needed it. So here's what I thought my title would be. Everything, YouTube, everything you need to know from start to finish. So I ask it, you can set this up differently, but I asked it, look, every time I give you a title, give me 7 comparable titles, right? And it says, so this is my title, got it, lightning bolt. That's a big topic, right? So YouTube mastery. So instead of me saying YouTube, everything you need to know, it says YouTube mastery, everything you need to know from start to finish, the ultimate YouTube guide, YouTube explain, everything about YouTube, YouTube 101. You know what? YouTube mastery, I like it. So then I put it in YouTube mastery, everything you need to know from start to finish. Perfect choice. You know why it's a perfect choice? Because I choose its first overall. So I have, and you can script this with ChatGPT, is give me a 60-word description of YouTube mastery. And it says here, ready to master YouTube. This is a little camera, I love it. This ultimate guide, and then I go, okay, I like it, I'm going to keep it. And want me to craft 15 hashtags? Now, ChatGPT, you got to prompt it. So I prompted it every time, comma, style with no hashtag, because it'll spit out the hashtags, and if you copy and paste with the hashtag and no comma, it's going to mess it up, right? So awesome. Here are 15 hashtags. There's my 15 hashtags. And do you want to pin a comment? You don't need to do that right now. So we're going to go back to YouTube, right? And we're going to view my channel, which you'll view your channel, and it says, I know, however, there's my llama with the tongue sticking out. You can create your own, but I like that llama and that tongue sticking out. I don't know what to tell you. So here we go, create, upload video. This is how simple it is. There's no fancy schmancy anything. Select your file. After you select your file, right, YouTube will bring you into your Q file. It has AI. It'll figure it out. So I want to go in here, right? And I want to upload a video that I made, a short one, to show, because there's processing time, checking time. It takes a lot. So just, I made a short open. So now it starts loading it and it says, okay, YouTube, everything you need to know from start to finish. That's not what we're going to use, right? We're going to use this one, YouTube Mastery. Oh my God, if my mouse would cooperate. Copy. Back to YouTube, right? You can see 3 minutes of processing time. Normally you'll have more, right? Go over here and just backspace. Okay, so YouTube Mastery, everything you need to know from start to finish. We got 3 minutes to go. Description. Back to hashtag. Remember I told it to give me a description. Ready to master. Copy. Back to YouTube. Paste. Boom. There it is. Thumbnail. Right? Thumbnail. Now, I'll explain the thumbnails. However, open. So, there's my original free thumbnail that I downloaded. But if you have a situation like this where you can't find it, go here, change. It'll bring you back. I'll go back to the cues and I'll see if I have it somewhere here. So now as we go down, this is not made for children, right? So no. Is there any age restriction? Not really at all. Show more. Paid promotions? No, you're just starting off. Altered content? No. As long as you're not doing AI videos, like you can use AI to create your thumbnail, to create your title, but unless you're using AI inside your video, you can just say no, right? Allow automatic. I don't even touch those. So tags, right? So we go back to ChatGPT, right? You can get it to create your hashtags automatically, and you can see, copy, back, paste, and there you go. YouTube Mastery, YouTube Growth, YouTube Tips, YouTube Secrets, and then you can look through it and you can decide which one of these. Sometimes it throws in, like YouTube Explained. Do I really need that? I can just click the X and remove it, but I'm just going to leave it. Video language. Now there's a way to set the video language, but I mean, I'm just trying to make this as simple as possible. So English, right? Recorded date, no. Short remixing, let them, people and blogs. Now, when you click this open, it could be education, right? But then you open up a whole can of worms. So unless you're actually educating, right? I just pick people and blogs, right? There should be one for finance, but there's not. And there should be, but for me, people and blogs, right? So, people and blogs. Comments, no, I don't even touch those, right? So I go back to the beginning. And I say, okay, YouTube Mastery, everything you need to know, my description, my thumbnail, not made for kids, not AI generated, and my hashtags are there, my language, people and blogs, and go to next. Now here, add subtitles, add end screen, add cards. You're just starting off. Don't make it difficult. Just leave it alone. Next, checks, no issues found, right? So in the time that we were going through it, they found no issues. Next. So here's where it gets a little bit tricky, because you want to maybe schedule it, but I'm just going to make it public and set at it as instant premiere. I think that's doesn't work as maybe well as you think it would. And then here you can schedule it, right? You can say, okay, let's make it, today is September 2nd. Let's make it for 2 days. 24 to 48 hours is important. And then you can also set it to premiere at that time. But the best time of the day I've found is 5 o'clock in the morning. Right? Or let's say 5:30, between 5 and 6, so 5:38 a.m. And I'm in the East Coast, but let's see, Tijuana. Do you want Tijuana? No, yeah, Toronto. I was looking for New York. I probably passed over it, right? So now it's scheduled, and the reason why you want to wait 24 to 48 hours is give the algorithm a chance, right, to look over your video and promote it to the right people. Yeah, why do you think they spend $40,000 on a NVIDIA AI chip and they buy millions of them, right? Because the man behind the machine needs to know everything is safe and who to send it to. So now you schedule, right? And here goes. Video is scheduled, your video for the 4th at 7 a.m. because I'm an hour and a half ahead because I'm on the East Coast, right? So, okay, close. So now there's your video. It's scheduled and it's ready to rock and roll on September 4th, right? Now, obviously this is education for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice, right? But now some of the tips and tricks of YouTube. So we went from start to finish. Photopea is free. ChatGPT is free. Nano Banana from Gemini is free. And I'm going to show you a few tricks. So when you get into, we're going to open a new YouTube. Right? So, for example, portfolios, right? Which we talked about before. 480 views, 8,000, 2,100. Now, when you're looking at these, all of these, right, you can, in the future, sample from. As can people sample from you. So sampling is allowed, but don't go nuts because you could get shadow banned, right? I have not borrowed any clips, but people do that, right? Also, see these, right? Sort of faceless thumbnails. They don't get as many. I'm saying they don't get as many views, but this one's got 5.2 million. Most new thumbnails, you'll notice, have the person in it, and that is because of AI. Because if you go back to previous iterations of YouTube, it was pictures that people took of their screen, of the product, of what they were making, right? But okay, so let's make this short video to show you how to upload videos on YouTube. Now, I don't want to make a long one because processing time takes quite a while, and then there's a check run feature to make sure that you're not doing anything out of control. And we're going to stop recording now. Okay, so now for our bonus. When you're creating videos, sometimes you have to edit them. And I have a free download, which is DaVinci Resolve, and you can basically edit anything you want for free. So I've started a new file, and what we're going to do is we're going to import a media file. Now, for me, I like to load them in order that I'm going to edit them. So first our thumbnail, then we're going to load the actual video that we're going to use, and then we're going to load the ending. And I, stuff like this, I like to use a YouTube banner, and I have them in order. So basically you drag and drop them in place, skip to the end, grab the main part of the video, skip to the end, and then our banner, and we'll go back to the beginning and we'll play it and see what it looks like.
So you want to start a YouTube channel, or you have a YouTube channel and you want to get some traction. Well, stick with me and I'll show you some tips, tricks, and hidden secrets of YouTube.
Now you see, retention is very difficult. People have a very short attention span. So what we want to do, here's the cursor. When you bring it over the video part, it'll change to an arrow. So we're going to shorten the ending, right? Then we're going to skip to the beginning. And the beginning is very important because you can lose a viewer in a few seconds, right? So now we've shortened the beginning, and you saw what it looked like. Let's have a look what happens now.
So you want to start a YouTube channel, or you have a YouTube channel and you want to get some traction. Well, stick with me and I'll show you some tips, tricks, and hidden secrets of YouTube.
That's it. I'm happy with it. So now we want to export it. I go to quick export. Now, this is the default setting, which I use all the time. You have a YouTube setting and a Venmo setting. I just use the default. And you want to default it to your directory where you're saving the files. Because it's a short file, the rendering is going to be very quick. 3, 2, 1. It's done. We're going to close this. We're going to iconify, bring this up, and timeline.
So you want to start a YouTube channel, or you have a YouTube channel and you want to get some traction. Well, stick with me and I'll show you some tips, tricks, and hidden secrets of YouTube.
So the beginning of it was a little bit short. You can go back into DaVinci, right? go back to the beginning, and extend it a little bit. Play it again.
So you want to start a YouTube channel, or you have a YouTube channel and you want to get some traction. Well, stick with me and I'll show you some tips, tricks, and hidden secrets of YouTube.
So now we export it again. Quick export, export. Now we're going to call it 1A. It's rendering. It's only to, again, a few seconds, not a long video. It's done. We iconify. And there it is. We'll play it.
So you want to start a YouTube channel, or you have a YouTube channel and you want to get some traction. Well, stick with me and I'll show you some tips, tricks, and hidden secrets of YouTube.
And that's all she wrote. It's all done. Okay, so one of the things we also have to do is once we've set it to public, we have to go in. See down here, the pen is details, right? We have this thumbnail, but remember, we changed that thumbnail. So you go over here and there's 3 dots, right? Change. So we want to now load the new thumbnail that we have. Takes a second. So now it says YouTube, everything you need to know. And we save it. We're going to now go back. I know, however, thumbnail has been changed, right? So let's go. Okay, so let's make this short video to show you how to upload videos on YouTube. And you can see, I don't want to make a long one. Everything's running, and we also have a subscribe button quite a while, and on the bottom check run feature that I will show you that you're not doing anything out of control in another video. Because right now we're going to, I think this is stop recording now. As much as you can handle making YouTube videos. So good luck. I hope that you're successful and that I have shown you something that you can use. Some tips, some tricks, and some bonus features, right? So whatever you like, just look it up and you'll find out how popular it is so you can have a better understanding of the audience that you're going to reach. So for now, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.